Hey guys, I'm trying this again. I don't know what's up with YouTube that it cut me off. So I realize probably some of you are maybe eating dinner or whatever. But I'll go ahead and I'll basically repeat what I said the first time. And then apparently from what you guys are all telling me, I got cut off after the first, or YouTube cut me off after the first 14 seconds. So let me know if you can leave a comment drop a comment in chat so I know you can see me and hear me, because I don't want to waste any more time. If nobody can see this, or if YouTube is going to go ahead and cut me off again, because I've been on now, it's almost going on 45 seconds. So drop a comment in. Hi, Monica. Okay. Hey, Aaron. Thank you. Okay. All right. I don't know why YouTube cut me off the first time, but apparently I was on for 14 seconds and then YouTube just let me go. And I wanted the title of this video is The Sad Truth About How I Made My First $100,000 Online. Because, okay, good, you guys can see me and hear me, great. Because I know a lot of the things that I've gone through, and I know when I first got online, I lost over like $40,000. And a lot of that I was ripped off. And it was 8 years for me in September. Truthfully, it took me 5 years to get to $1,000 a month. And I'm just being transparent here. And I initially, when I spent my whole first year, I didn't know anybody in this space. I didn't know this space existed, truthfully. And I went and I bought a website and I set up some pay-per-click ads and I set them up. Thanks, Aaron. I set them up and I spent like $3,000. It didn't convert. And I know now those kind of websites don't convert very well. And I found myself on Facebook one night by accident. It was July of 2012 in my frustration of trying to find a job. And there was an ad running up the side of Facebook that said 100% commissions. And that was the first MLM I ever joined. And that company's not even around. And I know Aaron's on here, he can relate to this. There were a ton of companies that I've been involved with since I started this, that the CEO took off. The first one I put $8,000 in. And when it came time to pay people, the CEO was gone. I never saw that money again. And yeah, okay. I won't say the name, Aaron, but I put $8,000 in it. And at that point, I mean, I had no income. My unemployment ran out. And I was only getting like $2,000 a month. And I was one of those people that I collected unemployment for like a year and a half. And that was the height of like when unemployment was really good, at least the state where I'm at. And then my unemployment ran out. I had no income. I had no job. I was burning through my savings. I was putting on stuff on credit cards and actually writing checks against my credit cards to pay my mortgage. And truthfully, I've been in foreclosure more than once. And bankruptcy is like right next to it. And I'll do that a later video about that. But I wasn't making any money. I joined some other companies, same kind of thing, put some money into it. The company ended up like the CEO taking off, never paying people. And it's one of the reasons why this industry has such a bad rap. And now I'm with a great company that they pay us on Thursday. I get paid when they say they're going to pay us. And even actually this week was Thanksgiving here in the States. They paid us on Wednesday because Thursday was a holiday. Banks are closed anyway. But they did pay us. And that's a huge thing, because if you're doing something, and I was putting work in, I wasn't making, there was money, commissions there that I had earned. And even like in 2018, there were a couple things that I was involved with in the first quarter of 2018. One that I was signing 15 people a day, and I had $7,000 in commissions that I made. The company only paid me $3,000, and they completely shut down. It's something else that actually Aaron and I were involved with. I put $3,000 into that. I lost that. The company shut down. And this is the first year since I've been online that there's nothing that I've been involved with right now that I put money into it that I lost. And that for me is like huge, because looking at a company, I want to know that they're going to pay you. And I think that's one of the things, and I know there's some people like Eric Worre is really trying to advocate for network marketing. Not everything's a scam, I'll tell you that. And believe me, I've lost so much money just from like scams, or somebody telling me to do something and then I didn't, I've hired somebody at one point that I paid to coach me, and that person wasn't honest going into that. And 5 months later, I was like, I got to stop, because I had just lost another job, a second job, and I had no income again. I was getting $500 a month from unemployment. And it's really, and you do this for, I've been doing this now for like 8 years, it starts to catch up with you. I mean, a lot of things right now I'm dealing with financially because of all of this. And I won't get into that in this video, but I was at one point in 2014, I was broke, I was unemployed, I was in foreclosure, my brother passed away. I pissed off all my family and friends. My mom even said to me, don't ever ask her for money again. And this does cost money, but you can join a network marketing company for like $600. And I had looked at some franchises before I ever lost my job. And if you want to buy a franchise, you're going to spend at least $100,000. I don't know of anyone that's less than that. But I wanted to come on here and say, because a lot of people, and lately I've had a couple people approach me about this, the network marketing company I'm promoting, wanted to sign up with me. And they say to me, well, I want you to tell me you're going to help me in 60 days. Because Aaron's on, we did a Facebook Live about how he and his wife were able to make 6 figures in 6 months. He wanted me to tell him that in 60 days I would help him get to 6 figures. And my response to him was, well, I don't know your work ethic. I don't know the time and effort you're going to put into this. And the reality is, and he was on that live watching that Aaron and I did, I said, you probably don't have the skills that Aaron has. So 60 days, I just don't think that's realistic. And he didn't sign up with me. Maybe he'll sign up. I've lost some signups that way, but I'm not going to lie to people. If you're brand new and you're coming online, I've got some people on my email list that want me to tell them that they can make $8,000 to $10,000 in 60 days. And it's just not realistic, because this business really is its mindset and skill set. And if you don't, master and pick one marketing strategy and master. I know, like 2 or 3 years ago, I just committed I was going to master YouTube, and my videos are better, but by no way it means that I'm an expert at this point. I mean, it did in the last year. I tripled the number of subscribers I've got. I get leads every day from my YouTube channel. I'm getting signups from my YouTube channel, and it's traffic. I mean, I wanted to get to the point. I wasn't even getting 10 leads a day. I'm going to pass that now. I get more than 10 leads a day. But if you can get yourself to a point where you generating like 100 leads a day, it starts to get really meaningful. I'm making sales, I'm getting leads, I'm building my email list, and it's because of skills I mastered. I'm not an expert on YouTube by any means. My first video sucked, and anytime you get into video, your videos are going to suck. If you're not using videos right now in your marketing, every 6-figure earner I know does videos. And I know I got a lot of people on my team that they don't want to get on video. And I didn't want to get on video either, believe it or not. And it's kind of scary. They're worried about how they look. They're worried about their sound. And look, today, I mean, I haven't live streamed in a long time. And I'm in studio right now, which is YouTube beta. I used to go live on my YouTube channel a lot using Google Hangouts, but they took that away. So this is all new. And the interface, actually, if you're not familiar with YouTube, the interface on YouTube is going to be completely changing. And I imagine that's going to happen. The studio that they did, it's gotten beta. It's going to go completely live, and your YouTube channel is not going to look the same. But either I did something, or I got a message that YouTube cut me off after 14 seconds. But live stream right now, we're 30 days away from 2020. It's going to be 80% of the traffic. If you're not utilizing that somehow, whether it's a Facebook Live, you can live stream on Instagram. I mean, and I try to tell people on my team that start using video in your marketing. I mean, it's got me out there. I actually make money from YouTube 2 ways. One, the company I'm promoting, and then I'm in their partner program. It's Google AdSense. I make money from that. That money is my bank account. That money keeps going up. I made 5 cents my first month I got in that. And now, I keep adding zeros. I'm somewhere between $500 and $700 a month. But I know somebody that's, hey, Jed, thanks for jumping on, guys. I know somebody, and this sounds crazy, she's making over $300,000 a month just from that. I mean, if you're on YouTube, you might as well. I mean, I do run ads on my videos. If you've watched any of my videos, you will see ads running up, and I'm letting Google run ads on my YouTube videos, and they pay me. So I make money from YouTube 2 ways, and I can scale that to 6 figures as well as my network marketing company. But YouTube's what really got me out there. I mean, when I first started, I just started cutting, and if you're not creating content, I started cutting short 2 to 3 how-to minute to-do videos, and it really got me out there. And I wasn't making any money. I wasn't generating leads. I switched up a couple years ago what I was doing on YouTube because I wanted to tap into the organic traffic on YouTube. And if you're not using YouTube for traffic, you want to, because if you're not generating leads every day, you're not marketing. And I use Facebook too. I've signed most of the people I've signed in my network marketing company. I've signed them from Facebook, just being, from messaging people on Aaron. Aaron's on here. Aaron taught me that. I messaged a lot of people. I've used watch parties, taken a live that we did. And now, as of today, I've signed 44 people using watch parties. It's another tool. It's a free tool you've got on YouTube. Messenger is a free tool. I think Messenger is like one of the best tools out there. I've done it with curiosity posts. Now, if you don't have an audience on Facebook or anything, if you do a curiosity post, it's probably not going to work. But it took me years to build up an audience. And Facebook is changing a lot. They're more into, like, if you post a family picture versus, if I'm posting something, and I posted, I guess on Friday, I posted my back office saying, I just signed my 173rd person into my network marketing company. That got a lot of engagement on it. I mean, people like those kind of things, those kind of posts. They do better, or family. Then you don't want to put links anywhere on Facebook, on your profile, in the groups, because Facebook doesn't want you sending people off of Facebook. And neither does YouTube. YouTube's a business. Instagram doesn't. So if you're posting links anywhere, you don't want to do that. And that was just, over time, some of the things that I've learned. And if I came on YouTube today and put a channel up and I knew what I knew now when I started, I mean, it would cut my learning curve a lot, because 4 years ago, I could put a video up and it would get 3 views. And now I'm actually getting views. I'm getting as many as 600 or 700 views in my first 24 hours, but it's things that I've learned that I've been able to take. And one of the people I follow, I've got 20 people I've been following. I've been watching him, and I watched him in 13 months sign 5,000 people and make his first $1 million online from traffic he got from his YouTube channel. Like, hello. I mean, that's one of the things I love about YouTube. I mean, he totally blew it up. He was working a full-time job. He left his full-time job since that. And watching him was amazing. And I know a lot of you probably, I think what holds a lot of people back is you don't really believe that you can do this. So you don't do anything. And I think there's other reasons people don't do anything, because most people don't do anything. But if you don't believe, and that's where the mindset work comes in. And I spend a lot of time. I spend time every morning. I turn my phone off when I get up. After I eat my breakfast, I meditate. Taking that time out. And if you're not listening to stuff, plugging into somebody, and you can come to YouTube and you can find somebody. Like, one of the things I listen to is The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. If you haven't, if you have never listened to that, go search on YouTube. It's about a 30-minute video. A lot of times, if I'm fixing dinner, I'll listen to that. I mean, it's a good combination of the Bible, taking action, because most people don't take action, and skill set. And you definitely need to have skills to do this. And you really only need to get good at one thing. If you pick one marketing strategy, and it could be, you could do stuff offline. It doesn't matter. They all work. If you get really good at something, if you look at professional athletes, they practice every single day, even in the off season, to get really good. And they do that for years. And I mean, it kind of cracks me up how people think they can come online. I've got people, messaging me saying on a Tuesday, I need to make $1,000 by Friday, and they've never done anything. I mean, you're not going to be able to make that kind of money in that short period of time. And I don't know why. It takes a doctor 7 to 10 years to get through medical school and to actually get a job that they'd be making 6 figures. I don't know why people come online and you think you can make that kind of money in such a short period of time. There's a really huge disconnect for everybody that you want to make 6 figures, or maybe you just want to make $500 a month. Whatever that is for you, it doesn't matter. That's cool. But if you want to get to 6 or 7 figures, and all my videos, there's survey sites. I talk about a website, an app. You can make some money with it. And I always give everybody a call to action. One of the links in my thing, it's my number one recommendation, and it will take you to a capture page from my network marketing company. If you want to make like $200 to $500 a week, or you want to make 6 or 7 figures, the survey sites and that kind of thing, they won't get you there. I mean, you can do that certainly, and you might, if you're looking to make an extra couple $100 a month, but I think those survey sites, they pay 10 cents a survey. That's probably not the way you want to go. And that's not how, I would never be able to do this full time if I was just doing survey sites. And you can do that. And I try to find websites that aren't scams, that you actually get paid. A lot of them don't work in every country, and a lot of them pay out through PayPal, and PayPal doesn't operate in every country. But if you're on here, and I would assume if you're taking the time to jump on this, that you're looking either, if you want to get out of a full-time job, or maybe you're like me, you were out of work, you can't find a job, the survey sites aren't going to get you there, or an app. And there's tons of apps out there. But if you're willing to put the work in, and I know, Aaron's one of them, he's put the work in. He just recently hit a really big leadership level, that he's doing over $500,000 a month in volume, and I'm on his team. But and QMe, actually, Junior, I have done some videos about that too. But just keep in mind, you're not going to make a lot of money with it. That's a legitimate site. I've checked it out. They will pay you. They'll pay you for searching. If you use that to search on Google, that does work. But it's not. Me personally, I never started this just to make some extra money. My first goal was to replace the income that I lost from the job I had in 2011. My intention coming here, and when I got on Facebook and I started meeting people and I started seeing the kind of money people were making, I always believed that I could do it. And I just, for me, my consistency is one of the things that really got me out there, and uploading a video every single day to YouTube. And a lot of people, they struggle with being consistent. And some of you, I recognize some of the names on here, not all of them. But if you got questions, drop your questions in the comments. I did say that I would do a Q&A after this, but my journey hasn't been quick. I don't know a lot of. I do know somebody, and it's not typical. She made in her first year. It was actually her first 364 days. She made to the top of her company. She made $1 million. That's possible, but it's not typical. It's the exception, because most people, if you're brand new to this, in a year, you're not probably going to be making that kind of money. It's just not realistic. And thank you so much, Jed. I appreciate that. That's not typical what she did. And I know she signed, I think, over 5,000 people. I think she's making about $3 million a year now. That's not typical, but it's possible. And somebody making, I know people that have gotten to 6 figures in 9 months. That's not typical either. Anything's possible, but that's not typically, most of the people I talk to, they tell me it took them 12 years to get to 6 figures. It took them, 6 years. Or if you guys don't know Lisa Torres, you can go over to Facebook and look her up. I think she's on YouTube. She made $20 in 18 years. And now I know she's making millions. And she just didn't quit. And I'm sure she was hearing it from people. Why are you still doing this? And she put a post on Facebook not that long ago. She had $1 million custom house built. She bought a brand new Mercedes she had in the driveway. And she was saying that she'd be able to put her kids through college and pay for it all in cash. And I think that's so cool to be able to do that. First of all, on affiliate marketing, you can start with a site like ClickBank. I have some videos. If you search my name, ClickBank, and my name on YouTube, that you can join ClickBank for free. But just keep in mind with ClickBank, there's no training or mentorship involved with that. They do have some tools on if you start picking some products on there. And in the video, I'll show you how to find things. On ClickBank, the relevancy score is what you want to look at. You want to find things that are over 30% that are they're getting good conversions, and start finding some things on ClickBank that you can promote. And then you need to find a marketing strategy, how you're going to promote them. And I tell people you want to really pick one. It doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be Facebook. It could be Instagram. But pick one and start building up an audience. You don't want to go spamming your links out. If you start doing videos or like blog posts, and you can go live on, if you're going to go on Instagram or Twitter, they have a live stream. Take something you learned and teach it, and then give a call to action. In your, like I've got links in my YouTube videos. You can put a link or a call to action if you do Facebook Lives, and start putting value into the marketplace to get people to start following you. Because if you can go on social media and solve people's problems instead of trying to sell stuff. But I mean, I would check out ClickBank. Yeah, and Jed's saying connect with people you relate. The other thing is, if you want an affiliate program, I can refer you to one if you want to get into a program where you can get some training and get some mentorship, because ClickBank, you won't get that. Yes, it's free to join, but there's no, and depending on the products you pick on there, some of them, they have some good promotional tools, like they have some email swipes. But if you haven't, the other thing I would say to you, Forstall, is start creating a daily method of operation for yourself. And I'll tell you what mine is. It's meet 10 new people every day. And I do a YouTube video, create a piece of content, and I email my list. If you don't have a full service autoresponder to be capturing emails, you can make some forms on AWeber to collect the lead, because most people aren't going to, like, if you're going to promote ClickBank products, you probably want to get a funnel maker. Now, I use ClickFunnels is one of the things I use to capture the information and then send them to the sales page. Because if you're going to go out on social media and promote, say, an offer from ClickBank, you're sending them to a sales page. And the downside of that is the second the person goes off of it, because if you don't capture their email, you're not going to be able to keep talking to them. And the truth is, most people aren't going to buy on first talk. Now, I do, from my YouTube channel, I get people that go to a video and they consume the content in my video. They opt in, they look at a video that explains, and it's my network marketing company, it explains the opportunity, and I get signups that way. But I've built, and I'm building my audience on YouTube. You probably aren't going to get a lot of that. So the person will go off and you won't have the opportunity to keep talking to them. If you send them to a capture page, get them into your autoresponder, you can set up a follow-up email series. I use AWeber, and set up that follow-up series. They'll get drip-fed. Typically in this industry, 12 follow-ups is typical. And then if you start getting in the habit of emailing your list every day, I mean, I did that for like over a year before I ever got a sale. I mean, you want to be building your email list, because I've made a ton of connections on Facebook. I've made connections on YouTube. I make money from YouTube 2 ways. But your email list is one of the few things online you own. You don't own none of us own our social media accounts, so they could be deleted in a second. I mean, I had a Facebook group I built up. I had over 60,000 people in it. And I went in it one day, and Facebook was giving me a message that they're getting ready to delete it. And they did delete it. I tried to appeal it. They didn't really give me an explanation. And if you have an issue with Facebook, nobody's ever going to get back to you directly. You can submit something to Facebook and try to ask them for an explanation, but they're never going to get back to you directly. So that's what, if you want to do affiliate marketing, that's what I would suggest to you to try out. ClickBank, there are other affiliate marketplaces like that, but ClickBank, you don't have to wait for the product to be approved. If the seller doesn't approve it on somebody, and like I've used Warrior Plus too, you don't have to get through that. So that's my suggestion. Let's see. Have I ever heard of UBA chasers? No, I'm not. I've never heard of that. Is that a program or an affiliate marketplace? Never heard of it. And Jed's saying, I missed the last step sometimes for the reminder. Yeah, MailChimp or MailChimp, you can start that for free, but once you get to 2,000, and that's an autoresponder, that is a full service autoresponder, but once you get to 2,000 subscribers, you're gonna have to start paying for it. I really would tell you, I mean, I get so many people that, like somebody on here is saying, I just need $5 right now. Well, you can go to some of my videos and find a survey site. If there's some of them, and I don't remember them off the top of my head, but the minimum payout's $5. But you're going to be putting a lot of time in to make $5. And I'm just being transparent with you. And the survey sites, I did one the other day about one that I've actually made money with. If you want the video, leave a comment. I'll give you the video. But the minimum withdrawal on that is, and it's a survey site. They're pretty easy surveys. You have to have a minimum of $15 before you can withdraw. But those are, if you want to make $5 right now, and it's something, if you've got tonight that you can spend so many hours looking for stuff, you can, just spend time doing that. But you can make money with them, but you're going to be exchanging quite a bit of time to make a little bit of money. I just keep that in mind. So, Forstall saying, how do I get better at writing emails? Okay. Well, I've taken a couple of copywriting courses. I've taken a course specifically about email marketing, that you probably want to think about doing that, getting a course to learn more about it, because with your copywriting and email, and what I'm doing on YouTube, email marketing is definitely a piece of it, because the leads that I'm capturing, they're going into a system where they're being drip fed, either my autoresponder or the company that I'm with. They send out an automated series. What I would suggest is you pick 10 influencers, and I would get a course if you want. There's one suggestion. The second one I would recommend you doing is figure out your niche. And to all of you, if you don't know your niche, you want to define your niche, because if you don't get that, that clear in your mind, it's going to be hard for you to move forward. But in your niche, find 10 people, 10 influencers in your niche, and start following them. Get on their email list. Now, you don't want to copy people, and you don't have to go read through every single one of their emails, because you'll just spend so much time doing that. Look at their titles to get an idea about titles, and start seeing what other people are doing. The other thing I would suggest to you as far as the email marketing is, you could set up a separate, like a Gmail account, and just get on those people, get on their email list, and just use one email, so you have it all going into there, that you know that you're on their list. The other thing is, if you go look, and I think it's bensettle.com, SETTLE.com, Ben Settle. He's a master at email. He makes his millions of dollars just from email marketing. I would go over to his site, get on his email list. Now, he actually, in his emails, has a thing about he'll prosecute you if you copy his emails. So you don't want to copy anybody's emails. And I know people do it all the time, but he actually has a thing, he'll sue you. But get on his email list, and see what he does. He writes these, and I'm on his email list. Now, he may email as many as 4 or 5 times a day, but just to see what he does. I'd love to know what his open rates are, because he comes up with these titles. Your titles in your email is probably one of the most important things, because if you don't have a compelling title, nobody's going to open it. But I would do that and start, seeing what other people are doing to get an idea, so you can start getting better at your own email marketing. And there's there's 10 or 11 different, and I took a workshop, 4 or 5 years ago. They're really about 10 different kinds, and I'll go over these really quick, but you want to, you can tell a storytelling in your marketing. You can write, if you're out, like I sent an email when my car broke down and the engine blew up. I sent an email out just talking about the story, and how I was sitting in my car. The car just died. I was shaking. I was sweating. It was at rush hour. I was still working a job. I had people cursing me out. And I just told the story in my email. Storytelling, you can tell stories. You can edify somebody else if you have a mentor. You can invite them to a free training. It could be a webinar. It could be a Facebook Live. Those are a couple of the different emails you can send out. As you send an offer out. Now, you don't want to, different people teach different things as far as offers and stuff. If you get to the point where you start building a relationship with the people on your email address, you can start sending out offers in your email. Like if you're promoting something, And it took me, just being transparent, over a year of doing that. And I'm consistent. I email my list every single day. It took me over a year to get to the point where I started getting people emailing me back. You might not get any engagement because if you've never really done email marketing and you've never done much of it, your emails are probably going to suck. I mean, with anything you started with, but and work on your titles, and actually, I have it over on my other table. But there's different things out there you could buy that would help you, or software help you writing titles if you want some suggestions. But start working. I started working on my titles. Do titles that intrigue people, that create curiosity, that people want to open your emails. And like I can tell you, the word secret, that's a trigger word. A lot of this is psychology, things that trigger people. If you take a course in copywriting, they go through all that, about things that trigger people, why people buy. So those are kind of things that you should be thinking about when you're writing emails. So thank you, Jed. And is it, I don't know if that's your name, Bay West 14, or if that's just a handle you use, but you're saying the idea you had about Quora Twitter was excellent. Now, and I love, and I've used Twitter a little, but Quora is a great site. A lot of people don't know about it. I've put that in quite a few of my videos. In fact, the one I did yesterday, I talked about Quora. There's a ton of free organic traffic on there that you can get. And I don't get on there every day, but I actually am getting leads from that. If you do what I told you about setting up your profile and everything, Quora is a great site. I mean, really any social media platform you pick, if you make your mind up, you're going to master it. I mean, I like YouTube because it's a search engine and there's a ton of free organic traffic on here. You can tap into that. And that's one of the reasons I really switched up what I was doing here on YouTube, because I'm getting leads every day now. And I've got a goal. I want to get to like 100 to 500 leads consistently every day. If you can get to 100 leads every day, your whole business will change. So AJ, you just tell them to open it. Well, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. And I find the more I spent, the more things that I've learned about copywriting, because your copywriting really bleeds into all your marketing, even when you post on social media. Okay, your name's Barbara. Okay, will bleed into everything you do. And if you can start to learn, and even if you're posting on social media and you're making, I've learned how to do some pretty good curiosity posts. I can't screen share on this live, but I've got a couple curiosity posts I've done. And I haven't been spending as much time on Facebook because I've been really focused on mastering YouTube, and my engagement's kind of gone down some. But if you can learn, if you're building an audience and you can learn how to do curiosity posts, I've done ones that have been able to generate like 40 or 50 leads and sign people from them, to get people to come to you. Because if you look on, most people don't know how to use, and I'll end with this, unless you have other questions, but most people don't know how to use social media correctly because nobody wants to join your thing. They don't want to buy your product. People get on and they're trying to, if you go into the Facebook groups and look at what people are doing, they're trying to convince people, and they're spamming their links, trying to say, here, buy my thing. Or I had somebody message me this morning that I just connected with her the other day, and she said, would you like me to, something to the effect of, would you like me to send you my link? And I was like, well, no. And she's trying to set, she's talking about her product, whatever it is. So most people don't, and even if I look at people's profiles, they don't know how to set their profiles up. And it doesn't matter what it's Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, they don't know how to set their profiles up correctly. Because if you look at them, they've got things plastered all over about their company. And Jed and I were both in the same company, and I see people do it. If you go to my Facebook profile or my YouTube profile, there's nothing on there about any company I've been involved with. And most people, they've got that plastered all over their profiles, and they don't realize that when you're connecting with people and people are coming to check you out, they look at that and they get turned off because you're just pushing, you're just promoting your product or so, and then they know what company you're with. And if they're thinking about it, what people do is they go over to YouTube or they go to Google and they find a review of a blog post or YouTube video somebody did. They watch it, and then if they do join, they end up signing up with that person and not you. So you really don't want to do that. So if you guys don't have any questions, I hope you found that helpful. I know there's a lot of people, if you found this helpful, leave me a comment on this below. I'll think about doing more of these. because I know what I've gone through, and how long it took me before I started making any money, and how much money I spent um, before I really, got to the point where I actually made $100,000 online. Um, what's a good software for YouTube? You mean AJ Gomez? You mean to film, to record YouTube videos? I have a Mac. I use ScreenFlow. But if you've got a personal computer, Camtasia works for Macs and personal computers. You can also go check Screencast-O-Matic out. That's free, but I think there's a limit on the free thing to how long your videos can do. But I use ScreenFlow to screen share. Most of my videos are screen share, but you can edit them too. I have a VA I hired that he's actually doing all my thumbnails and my video editing for me. So that's the software. I mean, if you have a Mac, I'd say get ScreenFlow. But if you have a personal computer, Camtasia, or check out Screencast-O-Matic. You're welcome for thought. That I hope that helped with affiliate marketing. So you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If you found value with this, please give this video a thumbs up. That would help me and my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Drop me another comment below this that's not in chat. Let me know, if you take anything from this, what you do. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate you guys jumping on and watching, and I'll talk to you really soon.